Bhatia is the former director of the Center for Joint Warfare Studies in India. He joins us now from New Delhi to discuss the situation in the Maldives more. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on TRT World. So many are calling this attack a targeted attack. What are the possible motives for this attack, in your opinion?
Presently, no one has claimed it's a terrorist attack, and no one has claimed it as yet. And the investigations are on. It is very difficult to actually pinpoint the exact motive, but definitely there's some internal dynamics to this. Ex-President Nasheed, the former president and Fed Speaker, he is the icon of democracy, and he was the first democratic elected president of Maldives. So this is a very sad indeed, and it is basically a anti-democracy sort of movement which has picked up in Maldives, which could be possible, which is one of the possibilities. Very difficult to pinpoint right now. But what is surprising is that Maldives in the last 3 decades has turned from one of the most peaceful destinations where they never seen violence earlier to now a hub of terrorism. So as we go to the investigations, I hope it is a one-off thing and it does not lead to more violence.
Right, as you said, many see the Maldives as a tourist destination, and tourists usually go only to those locations, but there are many things happening in the Maldives at the moment. So what may be possible implications following this attack?
Yes, there will be some sort of insecurity in the mind of tourists who are going to Maldives, because Maldives is a preferred tourist destination, especially in the times of COVID. They're the only ones who had opened it to tourism in a big way. And Maldives thrives on tourism. Fortunately, the violence is only isolated and limited to Malé, the capital. And that's where it's happened last night, where Speaker Mr. Nasheed was there. But the other islands, which are far, most of the tourists do not move out to the holiday resorts. They remain unaffected because the people of Maldives do realize that the bread is buttered because of the tourism industry out there, and they cannot actually do anything which threatens the tourism industry. The main thing that the revenues come from tourism and fishery. So tourism is very sacred to them, and it's also the means of the livelihood. I do not think they're going to ensure that tourism is not impacted, and I hope that tourism doesn't get impacted.
Right, and what can the government do to protect its tourism and the economy? The president already calling this an attack on its democracy. I mean, Maldives has seen a political turmoil before, didn't they?
Yes, Maldives has seen a political turmoil. I recollect I was one of the few who had gone for the spearhead in 1988 after the coup, and that is a time when we had to rescue President Gayoom, and and the Maldivian people had never seen violence then. In the last 3 decades, so many things have changed, and the Maldivian government will have to ensure safety and security of the tourists, and they'll have to reassure them that Maldives is safe, they are welcome out there, and for that they will have to actually the investigation has to be done at a super fast speed, so they get to the culprits and they book them and make sure that they provide peace and tranquility in the Maldivian islands.
And in your opinion, how serious is the problem of religious radicalization in the Maldives at the moment?
Yes, there is radicalism which is there, and a number of youth are attracted towards radicalization. They've been exporting people to Syria to fight, and they come back. And the gun culture is spreading in the very peaceful islands of Maldives. I hope the government, I'm sure, is government of Maldives, that is, I'm sure, is aware of this fact, and they're taking actions, requisite actions to make sure that does not spread any further. But violence has become a part of Maldivian politics and life.
Vinod Bhatia, thanks so much for your insight. I really appreciate your thoughts. He is the former director of the Center for Joint Warfare Studies in India.